Alright, good evening folks. We're here getting you Elite 8 action here tonight. All four games, this afternoon, all four games are going to be live streamed here. We're going to start off with Kansas going up against Belmont. Belmont, a 14 seed, the lowest seed ever to make it to the Elite 8. And a truly true Cinderella story here. One win for Belmont, and they're going to head to the Final Four. Kansas, the number one ranked team in the country going into this tournament. They're going to look to end the Cinderella hopes here tonight, or here this afternoon. And it's going to be a fun game to watch. Up next, you're going to watch here, Kansas going up against Belmont.
Fans, great matchup for you tonight between the Kansas Jayhawks and the Belmont Bruins. And there are the starting lineups for each team.
Well, Bradley, I'm really excited about the matchup in the pick. The young man in the middle for either team could single-handedly lead their team to victory.
Tonight we've got two skilled big men that will be going toe-to-toe with one another. Number 30 makes it clear who's the leader out there.
His counterpart tonight is also a guy that likes to lead by example for his team.
I couldn't agree more with you, partner. Let's get down to the court and join the action. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. After all the anticipation, we're underway.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
That spin move's not going to work against this defense.
That's a no-no, baby. Defensive player beats him to the spot. Nothing in that round. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Turns it over. The pass is ripped away.
He broke out just in time.
The man asking for a screen here.
Hey, whether it ends up in a roll or fade, it's well-executed two-man game is always a treat to watch.
Dickey still applying great pressure on the dribbler.
Look at that spacing.
Boy, terrible execution on offense. Now in transition. He pulls up with a jumper off the fast break. The missed shot. The small forward gets the pass. Cross court. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Shots off the mark. Full court pass. And the slam.
What a high riser. He's the elevator man.
Now looking to create with a ball screen.
Hey, the pick and roll is one play that so many teams use these days. A great way to buy a step for the dribbler.
Jumped in front to take it away. They're working around the perimeter. Seconds to put it up.
Up and inside.
With a big shot. The Jayhawks have a hot hand right now that's scoring for them at the moment.
And he's on fire.
Looking for a good shot. Goes up for two. Up and in. The shooting guard receives the ball. The skip pass is picked off. Number 2 gets the ball.
I tell you, I want to take it to the rim. High wire out, baby. Little tipsy dude Dunkaroo.
Coach wanting them to set up defensively now.
Up and inside.
He can't get any more open than that. Misses the three-pointer. Number 2 gets the ball. Working it around the perimeter. Ten seconds to put up a shot. Cross court. He shoots from outside. That was nice. Working around the perimeter. For 2, number 20 is called for the defensive foul. First personal foul. He goes to the line for the first time. He sinks it. Tempos here tonight. That's what we want to know right now, Nick.
Well, Brad, controlling the tempo can be very difficult, especially for the entire game. But if you stick with your strengths and make changes when needed, winning becomes a lot easier.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight with Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. I'm Brad Nessler. Cross court. And there's a lazy pass that's stolen away. Turnover. Will it turn into 2 the other way? Delayed.
Absolutely. He looks calm over there on the sideline, but I bet he's steaming inside.
Surprised that they changed things up a little bit, Brad. Number 15 receives the ball.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
Picks off the lazy pass. The shooting guard with the ball. Let's see if they can get a good shot this trip.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps.
Rebounding is such an effort thing. Getting to the glass, blocking out. There aren't enough good rebounding teams in the nation.
Cross court. Steals the pass. Pushes it up. Move with a face-up.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad. I like guys that are versatile in that post. Facing up is a way to take advantage of three basic moves. Trying to go inside.
Goes out of bounds. The inbounds play. The small forward gets the pass. Now the turnaround jumper. He grabs the rebound. Well, let's take a look at the tempo each team is going to try to set for this game. Richard?
Well, whenever you have two teams looking to control the speed of the game, you need to keep your eye on how each team makes changes. Setting the tempo can be an advantage, but adapting can be just as important.
Down inside. Tries for two. Perfectly executed. To get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
Picks off the pass. The Bruins looking to attack in transition. Number 20 handles the feed. Passes it out of the trap. In the paint. Tries to turn, and the defense comes up with a play.
What a terrific play to stop that spin move.
The shot's off target. Gave it up.
That was a very great effort right there. Trying to play that passing lane. Anticipating really well.
On the outside. Now the turnaround jumper. They really seem to be letting this one get away, Dick.
Yeah, there's been a breakdown somewhere. They need to drop this one over, Brad.
The shooting guard gets the ball. For the bucket.
Hey, they're going to have to watch that. Fatigue will make players do some silly things.
Number 45 for Newton. He intercepts it. The Bruins have quite a few seniors in their lineup, which definitely is to their benefit.
It is, Brad. Seniors may be the only reason why coaches sleep at night. They really make bad decisions, and you can trust them on the court.
And a momentary look from three-point land. Picked out of the air. Pushes it up. Goes up for two. And off the mark. The small forward gets the ball. They work the perimeter. On the shot clock. Number 30 handles the feed. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. He takes the rebound.
Coach looks on, focused, a lot of intensity, a lot of emotion.
For two. Up and in.
Number 15 for two.
For two, and he can't hit the shot. Looking for a good shot. Picked off, and the ball goes out low. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Right before the game, both coaches and players said they were looking forward to tonight's matchup. Whose weaknesses will be exposed and who will really step up, guys?
All right, thanks, Aaron. Our trusty sideline reporter, Aaron Andrews, keeping everyone on their toes there on the sideline. Isolated on the outside, they work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Bucket, number 21, handles the feed, puts up the jumper. He misses the J. Moving it around the perimeter. Number 54 picks up the foul. First personal foul.
Defensive foul 2. Number 54.
I've seen you out there with pom-poms, Mr. Vitale, but not looking that good.
I'll tell you what, don't look that good. I can't dance like that, baby.
He goes to the line for the first time. Makes his first. Both free throws go. Right where they wanted. That great composure to pass it out of the trap as the fans continue to chant.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court advantage?
They're working around the arc.
They didn't have the good angle. They should have got it to him about a second earlier.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up for two. The lane.
Let's rewind that. Anticipated well. When you're an anticipator, you got a chance to do well. A lot of guys, they're reactors. If you're a reactor, you're one step behind the action.
On the outside, baseline jumper. The Jayhawks have found a player who cannot seem to miss, Dick.
They need to keep feeding the ball. It's simple.
The center handles the feed for two. Perfectly executed. This is getting ugly.
Hey, if you can't check your man, it's up to the coach to recognize that and make an adjustment.
Number 54 takes the pass. Gave it up. Takes away the pass. Unloads. Off the mark. The shooting guard takes the feed. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important, get 15 to 17 feet apart.
I've seen you out there with pom-poms, Mr. Vitale, but not looking that good.
I'll tell you what, don't look that good. I can't dance like that, baby.
Number 34 gets the ball. Tries for two. Up and in. For the bucket. The layup.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Goes up for two. Up and in. Looking to move it around the perimeter. The ball goes out of play. Boy, assisted turnover ratios are big, and that's a big turnover.
I'll tell you, they're turning the ball over too often. You can't win when you do that.
Number 4 receives the pass.
Look at that spacing.
He puts up the J. Off the mark. Number 23 gets the ball. And working around the perimeter. Intercepted. Escapes the trouble and makes a pass up. For two. Delayed. Cross court. Tries for two. Up and in. Number 32 gets the pass.
Up and inside.
Good defensive stance there against the spin move.
Well, the key is to beat him to the spot, and he did a great job. He anticipated that spin move.
All right, let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Well, Brad and Dick, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it clearly down here. The coach is stressing, go inside, go inside. They've been affected all night long that way. What an asset to have, guys.
All right, Aaron, we're going to watch that the rest of the game.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it, Brad. We've said so many times here, great post play, you got a chance really to win. They strip him in a basketball, got a little too fancy, too much mustard there, baby.
On the dribble, gives it up. For the bucket. Delayed. Looking for a good shot. jumper and come up short. The small forward takes the feed.
Up and inside.
Now the turnaround jumper. A virtual demolition on the boards for him tonight.
No doubt about it, Brad.
Gave it up. Open shot. He misses the tray. The Bruins prefer a more balanced attack. They play up-tempo at times and then really settling in the half court at other times.
They feel they are more successful when they focus their attention on doing a bit of both, Brad. They have the personnel to help tempo at one end and play the half court at the other.
Here's the three ball. Can't seem to find the stroke from the arc yet.
And they're missing wide open looks too, Brad.
At halftime, the Bruins lead by 14. Well, let's rewind a little bit here and watch the play of the half. In terms of those points of emphasis, Dick, what do you see so far?
These kids know what they do well and don't do well. It's up to them to do the things which makes them successful, Brad. They're not executing on the items which define their style of play.
All right then, Mr. Vitale, let's see what changes will be made for the second half. Kansas turned the ball over quite a few times in that first half, Dick.
Yeah, it's just early in the game. Some of the turnovers were unforced and plain silly, if you ask me.
Dick, in the second half, our player matchup update, and they're playing very, very even right now. They're not making mistakes.
I tell you what, not making mistakes, and both are doing a great job getting to the free throw line. I think that's been essential in converting on the line.
He passes it out of the trap. That spin move's not going to work against this defense.
That's a no-no, baby. Defensive player beats him to the spot.
4-2.
The power forward gets the ball. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. Let's check in with Erin Andrews and what she's got in store for us, Erin.
One of the points of emphasis was to stop penetration, Brad. They've actually done a pretty good job of this. The solid defensive play must continue now into the second half. Those are the words of their coach during halftime.
Thanks, Erin. Working it around the perimeter. Here comes a pick.
Hey, ball screens are such an important part of the game these days. Guys are so creative when it comes to using that ball screen.
And working around the perimeter. Jumped in front to take it away.
They anticipate so well defensively.
On the dribble, gives it up.
The pressure's getting to him, Brad.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock. The small forward with the ball. Goes up for two. The Jayhawks have got to continue to get him the ball.
Brad, he's on fire.
Here comes the ball screen. Gave it up. This defense simply swarms the ball and they cause a 5-second violation. Dick, you know, we always like comparing positions and specific matchups. What are your thoughts about the backcourt matchup so far?
Hey, Brad, sometimes comparisons can be misleading. If your backcourt is weaker, then you just hope to contain your opponent's guards. Keep them in check. If you have strong backcourt play, you must attack and exploit any mismatches. I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box. himself in some trouble there, Brad.
On the dribble, gives it up. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
Picks off the lazy pass. For two. Way off target.
Handled trap really well there, Brad. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. The Jayhawks have a hot hand right now that's scoring for them at the moment.
They need to keep feeding the ball. It's simple.
Now they work it around the perimeter. Tries for two. He'll want that one back. The ball goes out of bounds. Everybody into the act right now, and you can tell by the cheerleaders on the sideline how things are going.
And that's what makes college so special. The enthusiasm of the cheerleaders, the mascot, everybody involved.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
For the bucket. Up and in. This thing may get out of hand.
I smell a rope in the making, Brad.
Goes up for two. Delayed. The shooting guard gets the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Ball's coming from the sideline.
Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
He was looking for the call, and he got it on himself. Offensive foul.
Definitely an offensive foul, no doubt about it. He beats him to the spot.
He's coming.
He may be in some trouble here. Passes it out of the trap. On the outside. He takes the open jumper. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And momentary look from three-point land. Steals a pass. Number two gets the ball. They work the perimeter. For two. Up and in. Looking for a good shot. Number 15, subpar performance is just destroying his confidence.
Hey, well, offensively, he's totally not feeling it. Defensively, he's going to step behind. He's going to have to turn things around.
We've got a timeout on the floor. There's no substitute for a timeout at this point of the game, is there, Dick?
There sure isn't, Brad. Anything can happen on any possession. The game can swing back and forth in a heartbeat. It's good if your team can get a minute to regroup and talk things over.
I get a feeling they've changed things up a little bit, Dick.
We'll see what they come up with, Brad.
Number 21 gets the pass. Trying to feed inside. Picks off the pass. Gave it up. Tries for two. Perfectly executed. They've got this defense in a panic.
Hey, you can't stop what you can't catch.
They go into the low block. For the bucket. Delayed. Escapes the trouble and makes a pass up. The center receives the pass. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc looking for the open jumper. Ten seconds to shoot. The shooting guard takes the feed. He passes it out of the trap. Takes the jumper. He's not even looking for the open man, Dick.
They might need a quick TO, baby.
Number 32 gets the ball. Moving it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Off the rim and no good. They're working around the arc. For two. Up and in.
That was a great effort right there. Trying to play that passing lane. Anticipated really well.
On the outside with the block.
Poor job on the offensive end. Great job defensively rotating to the basketball.
Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
He shoots from the baseline. Got it. Well, whose team tempo will win out? That's the question right here, Dick.
You know, Brad, tempo is always important. Every team has their philosophy, and it's up to the players to follow the game plan.
Number 1 with the ball. On the dribble, gives it up for the bucket. Delayed.
Nobody stepped out to take away his driving angle.
Inside. Goes up for two. Off the mark with that shot. Good defensive stance there against the spin move.
One of the keys to beat him to the spot, and he did a great job. He anticipated that spin move.
Way off target. The point guard handles the feed. Gave it up. Another turnover.
I'm not taking out the turnovers either. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
For two, number 21 is whistled for the foul. Second team foul. Let's check in with Erin Andrews and what she's got in store for us, Erin.
Brad, both coaching staffs expected this to be an even matchup. Who will throw the first punch, and how will the other react?
All right, thanks, Erin. Thanks, EA, our third member of our team, providing that additional insight. He goes to the line for the first time. First one is good. Misses the second shot. The Jayhawks have 17 rebounds. Looking to move it around the perimeter.
Get that sucker out of the game, man.
Down the low and has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that block shot.
As we now take a look at our bench score.
Hey, Brad, getting productivity from your bench is always so beneficial. You rarely see good teams win with poor bench production. It means you're a deeper team, it helps your rotation, you can overcome injuries, and you become multi-dimensional. The list of advantages goes on and on and on.
Number 54 takes the pass. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Number 32 gets the pass. Tries for two. Up and in.
Number 32.
The center with the ball. Great composure to pass it out of the trap. The small forward with the ball. Kicks it out. Gets it off in time. He's running from beyond the arc. There's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
More possessions, a few fast breaks is the reason for that, Brad.
He intercepts it. Here they come now on a turnover. For the bucket. The layup.
Look at that spacing.
Goes up for two. Up and in. Who'll be able to use their tempo and come out with a win here, Dick?
Well, it all comes down to execution. If you get the points on the board playing your style, your opponent will have to make adjustments that may affect their tempo and what they will do well.
They're working around the perimeter. Now he faces up on the low block.
I think it's great when you got a post player that can face up on a defensive player and attack the basket. Let's go to the instant replay camera.
The power forward with the ball.
Up and inside.
Dick, it looks like some of these guys are really getting tired. Number 24 receives the ball. Looking for a good shot. Picked out of the air. They run it up into transition.
The transition results with a basket.
Number 21 takes the pass. For two. He puts in another score.
He can see the light, Brad, and it's hanging right over the goal.
Cross court. For two. Off the rim and no good. Fans will be celebrating tonight, Dick. This one's out of reach.
Well, it's simple. They came out executing a game plan and ended up on top.
That's an ill-advised shot.
That shot was definitely ill-advised.
He squares up down on the low block.
I tell you, teach your player to face up to get in triple.
He gets the rejection. On the dribble, gives it up.
Great pass out of the trap, Brad.
Number 4 receives the pass. Working it around the perimeter. Tries for 2. In and out. Fed the low block. Picked off. Number 4 takes the pass. Jumper. He misses the jumper. They work it around the perimeter. For the bucket. No luck from in close. Number 32 gets the ball. Trying to pack it inside. This moment is brought to you by State Farm. He gets the bucket to drop and gets the foul.
He put the pressure on the way up, but managed to keep himself focused on the rim.
Points off turnovers, Dick. A stat I know coaches pay a lot of attention to.
Hey, Brad, it sure is. You want to limit your opponent's number of points off turnovers. Ultimately, you want to nullify the easy basket. I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
On the shot clock. He puts up the 3 ball. Gets it to go.
Number 2, 4-3. Number 20.
He didn't have the good angle. They should have got it to him about a second earlier.
Cross court. 10 seconds to put up a shot. Perfectly executed.
Great defensive play. Anticipated well. When you're an anticipator, you got a chance to do well. A lot of guys are reactors. If you're a reactor, you're one step behind the action.
Shoots. The Jayhawks have found a player who cannot seem to miss, Dick.
Well, he's on fire.
Gave it up. Top of the circle. He can't get the hoop to fall. Delay. Shot clock is dead.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important when the talented guards like they have.
Turnovers, Dick. They just kill you every time.
I'll tell you, Brad, they sure do. You must keep the number to a minimum in order to maximize your number of shot attempts. I can't emphasize it enough, Brad. It's important to go to the charity stripe.
tempo is looking like tonight?
These teams are selectively pushing the ball and looking for transition opportunities.
Number 40 takes the feed. On the dribble, gives it up. Any final thoughts regarding the points of emphasis, Dick?
Those points of emphasis are based on the team style of play. Delivering it all, if not most of those points, should help secure the victory. Understanding your team's strengths and weaknesses is so important, Brad. I can't emphasize that enough.
You've got to know your strengths and weaknesses, and if you don't, it often results in losses. No shortage of great plays in this matchup, but this one definitely deserves a second look and the game's Pontiac game-changing performance. Dick, you look back, it was a great matchup. We expected it to be, and it turned out to be everything we'd hoped for.
I'll tell you one thing, the team has really responded as a unit, and they've taken advantage of the abilities of their stars.
Belmont wins in an absolutely humiliating blowout.
This has got to go down in the books as one of the biggest victories in school history. They'll be talking about this one for years.
Brad Nessler saying so long for my partners Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. Thanks for joining us.
What a way to end off our first game here today. Belmont, the Cinderella story, taking down Kansas in a blowout fashion, 73-45. Who would ever thought this would happen? The #1 overall team in the country, AUC Kansas, just getting demolished by a lower Atlantic Sun team in Belmont. Not what most people would see at all. Belmont, the 14th seed in the Midwest region. They're going to be the first 14th seed, the lowest seed to ever make it to the Final Four. They'll be going up against the winner of our next game in Florida State, going against Florida. Not many people expected this. A really great Cinderella story. Kansas barely taking down North Texas last night on a buzzer beater, and now getting demolished by Belmont here tonight. Belmont beating Duke, then beating East Tennessee State, then beating Kentucky, and now finally beating Kansas to get themselves to the Final Four. What a story this has been. Next up, we're going to give you Florida versus Florida State. Quick pregame going into this game. Florida going up against Florida State. The Battle of Florida here. Florida taking down Dayton in their second round matchup. The #1 seed in the East region. They're going to send themselves here one game closer to the Final Four. Florida State, the 2 seed in this region, going to give them a really good chance. They're on the bubble for possibly getting a 1 seed, and they're going to go up against their cross-state rivals in Florida. It's going to be a great game to watch coming up here in a second.
folks, welcome to tonight's game. This one's going to be good between the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles. And, of course, here's our starting lineup.
Well, Bradley, I'm really excited about the matchup in the pivot. The young man in the middle for either team could single-handedly lead their team to victory. It's the real deal tonight, baby. Bragging rights are at stake, and nobody wants to go home a loser. These are the two teams willing to fight to the death for what they consider the game of the year.
No argument there, Dick. You won't find a hotter event anywhere this time of year. Tip-off. Florida takes the tip and starts up the floor. Gave it up. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
Both teams are looking to get something going here. Now they're working around the perimeter. For the bucket. Up and in. To get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
Missed the jumper. On the outside, he's all alone. He swishes it from downtown. Momentary look from three-point land. Number 21 fakes the shot. There's a slam. Now trying to feed the low block. Here's a nice face-up down on the low block.
Oh, he did a great job face up and then just attacked them and took it to the basket.
10 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper left side. Sticks the deuce. Kicks it out. As the crowd continues to chant.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court advantage?
Goes up for two. The Gators have got to continue to get him the ball.
They need to keep feeding him the ball. It's simple.
On the dribble, gives it up. He beats him to the punch defensively.
What a terrific job. Footwork really excellent on a post play.
Dumps it in for two.
They let him get into a rhythm.
In terms of balanced teams, what might we expect from them game to game, Dick?
Brad, they like to balance the tempo. They don't feel like they can always play up tempo or always play in the half court. Therefore, they mix it up and do a little bit of both. I think this style works for them.
A little two-man action. Puts up the tray. He couldn't get it to fall. The power forward gets the pass. And up the lane.
defense not allowing him to make that turn.
Number 5 receives the pass. Number 23 is charged with the foul. First team foul. The offense begins off the sideline inbound. Cross court.
Great anticipation defensively.
Well, whose team tempo will win out? That's the question right here, Dick.
You know, Brad, tempo is always important. Every team has their philosophy, and it's up to the players to follow the game plan.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight with Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. I'm Brad Nessler. No good from the field. Doesn't go. Pushes it up. Pass on the post, turnaround jumper. He cleans the glass. Tries for 2 and off the mark. Both teams are looking to get something going here. Kicks it out. For the bucket. Up and in. They work the perimeter. Pulls up with a jumper. The Seminoles have a hot hand right now that's scoring for them at the moment.
Brad, he's on fire.
Gave it up.
Going to have to make some substitutions. Some of these kids are tired.
Way off target. Looking for a good shot. Oh, there's the block. Cross court. With the jumper, number 3 is called for the foul. First personal foul. Number 1 set to record his first action.
Hey, this guy will give you great hustle on the defensive end of the floor.
He goes to the line. First shot, good.
I'll tell you what I like about him, Brad. He brings all kinds of energy to the floor.
Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. For 2. The lane. the mark. Moving it around the perimeter. Goes up with it. A lot of people can't hit that shot anymore. Get that 10, 12-foot shot.
That medium range shot is an extension.
The point guard takes the feed. They're working around the arc. For the bucket. That one's off. On the outside. Lets it fly. He nails the shot. Here comes the ball screen. Goes up for two. Not this time. Number 0 receives the ball. Works the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
Takes away the pass. Now in transition. The point guard receives the pass. Up and in. The shooting guard with the ball. He unloads a three. That's an ill-advised shot. I don't think that's the guy you want shooting from the three-point line.
Hey, a few more of those, he may wind up on a bench. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing. And take some pride on the defensive end.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Wide open. He buried that one from way deep.
Look at that spacing.
Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
Number 32 with the ball. They're working around the perimeter. Work blocks the shot. EA, Aaron Andrews, standing by with an update regarding the rivalry. Aaron, we're about halfway through the first half. How do you see this rivalry playing out right now?
Remember, guys, both coaches told us during the shoot-around today they wouldn't be surprised to see a close matchup, and that's what they're getting.
Aaron Andrews, always close to the action. Every time these rivals meet, another chapter is written. What do you say?
No kidding. And the best part is that the book rarely ends. The detest and rage grows bigger, and the stakes get higher. Great for spectators and folks like you and me.
He shoots from long range. He gets the shot to fall.
Coming inside.
Wide open. Nope. Now let's take a look here at the tempos for both these teams tonight.
Well, it looks like both of them are going to be battling to see who can control the tempo and put pressure on the opponent.
In the clear. Questionable shot selection there.
And I can guarantee you, inside. They weren't shooting the ball.
Trying to feed the low block. Intercepted. Looking for a good shot. He attempts a jump shot. The Seminoles have 10 rebounds. Gave it up. Jumped in front to take it away. The defense isn't given an inch and has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that block shot.
Number 0 receives the ball. On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for 2. And in and out. Well, here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Dick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases.
With the jump hook.
I'll tell you, great shot. I don't understand why it's not utilized more often. It's so impossible to block that shot.
For the bucket. Delayed. As we continue to track the game's tempo.
We've seen a combination of both short and long possessions here, Brad. Nothing wrong with that if that's your team's ideal style of play. Up and inside.
He fires from long range. No. Goes up for 2. Up and in.
Try to go inside.
He goes with a baby hook.
I'll tell you, great job protecting the basketball, getting deep post position, and the jump hook is so effective.
Number 4 takes the feed.
Block shot usually creates momentum and opportunity.
Working it around the perimeter. Tries for 2. Delayed. I think he ought to have some weak side help there, Dick.
Well, he should have, but the rest of the team was out of lunch at one of your restaurants, Brad Nestler's restaurant. There's the team, baby.
Working around the perimeter. For the bucket. Up and in.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
Goes up for 2. He bangs it in for another score.
And the hits just keep coming on, baby.
Cross court. For 2. Way off target.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Open for a shot. Number 3 from downtown. Gets the pass. Turnaround jumper. They'll get another chance, Nick. Delay. The shooting guard with the ball. Gave it up.
Defense did a great job with that block shot.
The center with the ball. Tries for two. Number 30 comes in for his first go-around tonight.
I'll tell you, the offense doesn't miss a beat when this guy comes in.
Number 32 goes to the line for the first time. Gets the first. Number 41 is put back in the game.
And this team easily comes apart without him out there, Brad.
Down inside. Too physical. Number 5 makes his first appearance.
I tell you, this youngster can provide a spark on either side of the floor, Brad.
Now they're working around the perimeter. With a deep shot from outside. He can't get the bucket to fall. Takes the pass in the paint with a little baby hook. He takes the board. Number 11 takes the feed. Cross court. For the bucket, number 41 is whistled for the defensive foul. Steps to the line for an easy one. He misses the first shot. Good.
That was really a nonchalant pass. Get that sucker out of the game, man.
At the half, the Gators are behind by 3. If you missed the play of the half, here's another look. Well, with one half in the books, why don't we revisit those points of emphasis, Dick?
These players know their strengths and weaknesses, and up until this point, they haven't played to their strengths. Very poor job thus far of delivering on the points I brought up earlier.
It's all about doing what you do well, isn't it, Dick? It's such a simple concept. Let's see how these guys do in the second half. Number 25 comes back into the game.
I tell you, they need their leadership out there. This kid's got leadership skills, just like you, Mr. Nestler.
We've got two rivals here. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
Well, Brad, this game has been full of emotion, and for now, the second half is about channeling that energy so that the performance isn't compromised. The first half is in the book, so watch for execution and team play to really step up.
Aaron Andrews, our sideline correspondent, as usual, providing that extra bit of insight. Florida State is getting a lot of rebounds, Dick, in that first half.
Hey, Brad, these boys gave a monstrous performance on the board. They were relentless in retrieving the rock.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really doing a great job packing it in, and a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
10 on the shot clock. He shoots from the elbow. Can't connect. Let's check in with Erin Andrews and what she's got in store for us, Erin.
Forcing turnovers was one of the points of emphasis that Dick brought up earlier. They've been doing a pretty good job of this, and the coaching staff would like for it to continue. If they can keep it up, they can give themselves a great chance of winning this game. They're definitely playing with a bit of confidence. Brad?
Thanks, Erin. On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up for two. Up and in. For the pick.
It's important that the dribbler really turns that corner hard when he's using that ball screen.
The shooting guard takes the feed. That spin move not successful, Dick.
I did a great job on the defense not allowing him to make that turn.
10 seconds to put up a shot. Number 42 with the theft. The shooting guard with the ball. On the outside. And the ball goes out of play. Dick, you know, we always like comparing positions and specific matchups. What are your thoughts about the backcourt matchups?
Hey, man, sometimes comparisons can be misleading. If your backcourt is weaker, then you just hope to contain your opponent's guards. Keep them in check. If you have strong backcourt play, you must attack and exploit any mismatches.
The point guard takes the feed. And a momentary look from three-point land. For two. The lane. The shooting guard takes the feed. They work the perimeter. There may be a pick and roll here, Dick.
You've got to love the pick and roll, especially when it's run to perfection, Brad.
Gave it up. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Tries for two. Up and in. We take a look here at each team's tempo, Dick.
Hey, the key to this game is not just who will set the tempo, but who can control it throughout the game.
The center with the ball. Looking for a good shot. Rejects it. Cross court. 10 seconds to put up a shot. And his shot rejected. Number 33's inferior play is really affecting his composure now.
I hate to see a young man struggle like this.
The shooting guard handles the pass. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Picks off the lazy pass. Gives it up. Good defensive stance there against the spin move.
Well, the key is to beat him to the spot, and he did a great job. He anticipated that spin move.
There's a look at the current tempo for the game.
It's definitely been a slower-paced game, Brad. Very few opportunities to push the ball.
Number 3 takes the pass. He's got to get rid of it. Goes up for two. Perfectly executed. Gave it up. He could not get more wide open. Number 5 makes a trade. tempo for the game thus far?
We've seen a combination of both short and long possessions here, Brad. Nothing wrong with that if that's your team's ideal style of play.
They're working around the arc. For two. Delayed. On the outside.
Slam jam bam, up and away, the elevator man, they love it.
Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important, get 15 to 17 feet apart.
And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that block shot.
Number 31 gets the ball. Kicks it out. Picked off. On the dribble, gives it up. Shot clock. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block.
Nice rebound. Way to come out with the ball and push it up the court. Getting that quick outlet pass is so important for the fast break. Got to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Unloads a three. Whoa, not a good decision to take that shot.
Yeah, that's horrible, Mr. Nessler. Horrible shot, sir.
Receives the ball. He beats him to the punch defensively.
What a terrific job. Footwork really excellent on a post play.
They're going to move it around the perimeter. Tries for two. He gets another shot off and in.
And he shows it at the start, Brad.
There's a bad pass right to the defender.
They're not giving him a chance to get into transition.
Great command to the floor. Off the rim and no good.
Look at that spacing.
He intercepts it. Bucket, up and in. You're working around the perimeter. The Seminoles football team is usually the one in the spotlight.
They definitely receive a lot of football support, and it's great to see the same folks at the basketball games.
Here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Dick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases. Up and inside.
Goes up for two. Perfectly executed. Takes the feed.
Kansas City, they'll always really negate any offense.
Looking for a good shot. For two. The Gators have found a player who cannot seem to miss it.
They need to keep feeding the ball. It's simple.
Gave it up. Belmont shooting the three.
I don't think the coach wants him taking that shot.
Number 1 receives the pass. They look to get it to the inside. Lets it fly. Not there. This game is definitely about rivalry. Let's go courtside, Aaron Andrews. Aaron, I know you can feel this building shaking. This is a good ball game here in the second half as it was in the first.
Thanks, Brad. Both teams are fighting and will continue to fight to the end. As mentioned earlier, there's a lot at stake. Now more than ever, it's about defense. The team who can force the offense into mistakes and miss shots will be in position to win this. This is going to be fun, guys.
All right, thanks, Aaron.
Inside. Very athletic, great athleticism.
Forward, handles the pass. Working it around the perimeter. Tries for 2. You can't get away with that. Number 21 comes back in.
Well, let's hope he didn't get too ice cold out there sitting on that time. Sometimes you get to be a little frigid.
Free one. Gets the first shot. They're shooting extremely well from the stripe tonight, Nick.
Yeah, they're making their coaches look good for making them shoot extra free throws every day.
Foul shot is not good. Really a superb job of controlling the boards here.
A sound effort by this bunch, Brad. Sound effort.
Number 42 handles the pass. Gives it up for the deuce. You can't be that aggressive. Well, Mr. Vitale, I know you like bench productivity. What are your thoughts so far on this one?
Hey, Brad, I'll tell you one thing. You're only as good as your 12th guy. Almost always holds true to that statement. Well, your bench play plays an important role in games, but also in practices where they're expected to push the starters. Competitive practices will result in better game performances.
And the better game performances should result in more wins. He can't buy one. The shooting guard with the ball. And working around the perimeter. Big finish coming here, partner. I'm not going anywhere.
Offensively, this is when it's extremely important to have the right people shooting the basketball at the right times.
In the post. He hits it.
Take a look right here. He explodes to the basket. He missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
The Gators will have to turn to their up-tempo and quick with a great block. Lays it up. Well, here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Dick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases.
Can't get it to go. No good.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Was the made basket the meat or the potatoes, Dick?
Hey, that was the meat and the potatoes. Now he's going to the line for the gravy.
He goes to the line for the first time. Makes it. They've got him trapped here, Dick.
Look at that trap, Brad.
Eludes the trap there. Great composure to pass it out of the trap. Number 23 takes the pass. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really did a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
For two, he hacked it. He goes to the free throw line. No doubt. Sinks both of them. Pushes it up. The Seminoles now looking for a basket in transition. For the deuce. With a layup.
Let's go up to the booth and review that one.
The shooting guard gets the pass. Tries for two. Number 32 with the defensive foul. Second personal foul. As we see the game situation here.
Hey, Brad, these are elements of the game which coaches are really responsible for. Calling timeouts at the right time, knowing which way the possession arrow is pointing. All factors that are important in close games.
To the line. Hits the first shot. He passes it out of the trap. He just can't escape the pressure.
The man can't get past it, Brad.
The shooting guard with the ball. For the bucket. The layup. The student section is all rallied up and they are ready to battle.
Isn't it great, Brad?
Side. Goes up for two. Rims out. And a momentary look from three-point land. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. Pulls it down.
Once you get that board, you got to be looking up court.
Escapes the trouble and makes a pass out. They work the perimeter. There's the pick. There's the roll. He knocks down the jumper. Looking for a good shot. He takes the open jumper. Nails it from another state. 5 subs back in.
Hey, that little breather may just have been what the doctor ordered. Is that how they say it, that saying, bro?
At the free throw line. Makes the shot. They have found their stroke at the stripe tonight, Dick.
This has always been an excellent free throw shooting bunch. Escape the trap.
The center receives the ball. Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Great defense. Here they go into transition. 2 with a lay-in. Timeout. They want to talk it over right here. And with that timeout, we go to the third member of our broadcast team, Aaron.
Well, this is probably a wise timeout here. As you guys know, it gives the coaching staff a chance to discuss strategy, discuss plays, and point out cues which will help the players make decisions. Let's see what unfolds here, guys.
Having paced those sidelines as a head coach before, Dick, what were some of the things that you made sure happened during timeouts?
I've said it before, but controlling the adrenaline levels was big for me. I never want my players to be too overexcited for any length of time. I think it takes away from the players' ability to perform.
We're ready to get back to the action. The center gets the ball.
The more possessions you create, the better your chances.
I got to be sure they'll continue to look to foul here, Dick. 2-point game. And yet another foul.
Nobody likes this point of the game when the losing team is fouling in order to stop the clock.
Foul, and that stops the clock again. Final thoughts, Dick. What are they?
Man, a good game plan is important. The points of emphasis are a great guide in helping teams focus on the key components which will help a team get that W.
You've got to know your style and play within it. Such an important part of the game. This play was unbelievable, without a doubt. Today's Pontiac game-changing performance. Richie, another memorable battle. This rivalry's gone a long time, and it's just going to get more intense after one like this.
I'll tell you what tradition both these clubs have, and they play with such passion, and that's what makes the game so special.
Florida State finally pulls this close one out.
They'll be happy to walk away with a victory from such an evenly matched opponent.
It's been a fun game, and as always, my partners alongside have enjoyed you being with us. For Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews, I'm Brad Nessler. Good night, everybody.
And a great way to get this second game going. Florida State just barely gets over Florida. They're going to head to the Final Four. They'll be playing Belmont in the Final Four. Be a great matchup to see tomorrow night. It's going to be a wonderful matchup both sides. Florida, a team that was on the bubble to possibly getting a regional 1 seed, didn't end up getting that. And against the Cinderella story in Belmont that is 1 win away from getting the national championship. What they have done so far is crazy as it is, but Belmont is very close to becoming a team that will be remembered in history here. Great matchup we're going to see next. We're going to see Creighton going up against number 1 Baylor. Really good matchup. Creighton took down Michigan State last night in blowout fashion. Baylor barely just took down Louisville at the end of their game. They're going to head to the Elite 8 tonight, or excuse me, this afternoon. Creighton going up against Baylor right after this. It's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Welcome to tonight's game. It promises to be a good one between the Baylor Bears and the Creighton Blue Jays. And there are the starting lineups for each team.
A great matchup at the off-guard position. I've been looking forward to this, Brad.
We've got a really interesting matchup here tonight at the shooting guard position. Number 30 is one of the best three-point shooters I've seen in a while. He's really fun to watch when he gets it going.
And the player we'll be guarding tonight is also a great three-point shooter that likes to shoot the long-distance jab.
Well, Dick, let's get down to the court and let's get the action underway. And now for the tip. Oh, here we go. Moving it around the perimeter. Picks off the pass. That's picked off.
Hey, kid's got great defensive court sense.
He blocks the shot. They're working around the arc. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Cross court. He goes up with it.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly. Pushing that basketball.
Mitchell receives the ball on the outside. Goes up for two. Up and in. For two. They still don't score. Now looking for the ball screen, Dick.
Hey, two-man game, Brad. So many teams incorporated into their scheme because it works.
Jefferson receives the pass. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important, get 15 to 17 feet apart.
Tries for two. Delayed. Kepler may have escaped one there. And there's a lazy pass. It's stolen away. Turnover. Will it turn into two the other way? Gave it up. He shoots from the top of the circle. He hits the tough shot.
I'll take nothing down with ease, Brad.
A little two-man action. Passes it out of the trap. Cross court. Boy, terrible execution on offense. Coach giving some direction as his team gets into the offense. Not a very smart move. Team receives the ball. And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up with a shot. They're getting no good looks at the hoop tonight, Dick.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're squandering away. All those easy looks underneath.
He looks for the bomb. Comes up empty.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Looks at the three. He's just not seeing the floor, Dick.
He doesn't want to, Brad. He wants to score, and I'll tell you, that ain't good for team morale, baby.
Tries to get around the trap, but he can't do it.
What a great defensive trap there.
Goes up for two. Up and in. The Blue Jays are considered pretty balanced, I think, when talking about their style of play. Wouldn't you say, Dick?
You know, balanced teams will definitely give you a combination of the two styles. Some teams will play up-tempo on offense and be half-court oriented at the defensive end. Other balanced teams may play in the half-court offensively and really look to pressure their opponents in the full court.
Our three-prong attack tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brad Nessler with Dick Vitale and our friend E.A. Aaron Andrews checking in from the sideline.
Dodge one there, Brian.
Cross court.
The frustration right there.
Bishop receives the pass. The lay-in. Kicks it out. Turns it over. Chanting continues.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court?
Gets the rejection.
That was Intimidation City.
The small forward handles the feed. For two. Way off target. They move it into the front court.
Look at that spacing.
The skip pass is picked off. Tries for two. Up and in. The small forward takes the pass. Turnaround jumper.
I'll tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, passing the ball.
Puts it in. Shoots from outside. Scorches the net. Pushes it up. With all sorts of time, Mitchell buries the tray. Backcourt violation.
Carelessness with the ball is never a good thing.
Number 15 sees his first action of the day.
Man, I love to watch this kid play, Brad. He's the type of player who knows how to really lift the team.
Let's check in courtside with Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
Brad, both coaching staffs expected this to be an even matchup. Who will throw the first punch, and how will the other react?
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, EA. Aaron Andrews providing that extra bit of insight for us. With the catch. Nice execution on the spin.
I'll tell you, great spin move to the basket.
They go into the low block.
The defender is still applying great ball pressure, Brad.
For the bucket. The lane. That move was uncontested.
There's simply no urgency on defense, Brad.
The Bears can definitely be classified as an up-tempo team. Would you agree with that, Dick?
Hey, usually they're always looking.
Takes the block. Off the rim and no good. Up and in. Number 32 handles the pass. Cross court. Tries for two. Perfectly executed. And there's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
Two teams who are picking and choosing when they want to push the ball, Brad.
For the bucket. The lane. Jones receives the ball. Looking for a good shot. Goes up for two. Whistle for the foul. I've seen you out there with pom-poms, Mr. Vitale, but not looking that good.
I'll tell you what, don't look that good. I can't dance like that, baby.
The Blue Jays are going to be at the line for the first time in this game. Makes the first.
Let's go back on that campus as PMOC. Big man on campus, baby.
Well, this man's in trouble.
He almost found himself in some trouble there, Brad.
Now trying to feed the low block. Take a look at the tempo each team is going to try to set for this game, Richard.
Well, whenever you have two teams looking to control the speed of the game, you need to keep your eye on how each team makes changes. Setting the tempo can be an advantage, but adapting can be just as important. Up and inside! Great defensive play. Anticipated well. When you're an anticipator, you got a chance to do well. A lot of guys, they're reactors. If you're a reactor, you're one step behind the action.
From can't escape.
The man can't get past it, Brad.
Number 24 gets the pass. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. Rebound.
As soon as you get that defensive rebound, you should be looking to push the ball.
Cross court. They've got a three-point shooter spotting up. For the bucket. Do they need a timeout here?
Yeah, their voice is beginning to fade.
Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Dick and Brad, I'm sure you can hear and see Coach yelling from the sidelines. He wants the team to start forcing the issue on offense. In his opinion, the tempo needs to increase. Based on his team's personnel and his coaching philosophy, I guess he feels that this will give his team a better chance at getting the win. Guys?
EA, of course, our third member, getting that additional insight and dealings from the sideline. Working it around the perimeter. And a slam. Top of the circle, they're working around the perimeter. They're working around the perimeter. He shoots from the top of the key. Good for two. Number 24 takes the feed.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on a box. They should have got it to him about a second earlier.
Number 32 with the ball. Way off target. The small forward handles the pass. Goes for the steal down low, and he didn't get it.
I tell you, took a chance, and he lost, baby.
Goes up for two. The lay-in. Gave it up. For two. They continue to hold the rebounding edge.
They have a sense of urgency towards the ball that I like to see, Brad.
The kick out. Goes out of play. Gillespie checks in the game again.
Hey, always interesting to see how players respond after a bit of a breather. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps.
High post screen. So effective, that screen.
Perimeter. Takes away the pass. Fast break opportunity here. Number 24 is called for the defensive foul. The Bears will step to the line for the first time. He hits it. Out of mode.
He converts on that free throw line, and that's major.
A great trap initiated by the defense. Eludes the trap there. The center gets the ball. Nails the jumper. Teague receives the ball. The ball goes out of bounds. Ball coming in from the sideline. pack it inside. He wants a three. Turnaround jumper. He is just lighting it up, Dick.
He's beating his man to the spot and hitting the shots, Brad.
Cross court. Tries for two. Up and in.
There it is again.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in, and a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
He shoots from downtown. Dick, they really need to get something going in a hurry here.
Yeah, call timeout and get your boys into the game, Rod.
What does this team need to do out of this timeout to be successful here, Dick?
Well, on offense, they need to get their scorers good looks at the basket.
He shoots the jumper. Nope. All right, let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
The Bears will now be looking to force the issue. The coaching staff has been pretty animated on the sideline, stressing the up-tempo game. The coach wants them to run the floor and look to score in the open court. Let's see what adjustments the players make.
That's, of course, Aaron Andrews, our correspondent on the sideline. They work the perimeter.
Defense did a great job with the block shot.
And it's in and out.
Nice hops.
2-for-1 opportunity. Looking for a good shot. From the top of the circle. Misses from three-point land. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. He intercepts it. Number 24 takes the feed. A high screen. Number 30 handles the feed. Baseline jumper. Foul charge. Chance to get an easy one here. Gets his first. Doesn't miss that opportunity either. Well, this man's in trouble. Passes it out of the trap. Moving it around the perimeter. He's in the clear. Jumper won't go. And they don't score there either. At the end of the first half, the Blue Jays lead by 14. Let's take a look back and watch the play of the half. One half of basketball is finished. Dick, what about those points of emphasis?
Brad, I look at the graphic, and there are definitely not enough check marks. That indicates that the team is not playing their style. It's very difficult to win often if you're not playing your style.
They've got to do what they do and play their style. Some great points there, Mr. Vitale. Let's see how they make out in the second half. Number 23 couldn't really get it going in the first half, Dick.
And they're suffering big time because of it, Brad. It's going to take more than just him to climb back into this game.
Dick, Dick, we're heading into the second half of our player matchup. It's going about the way we thought it would.
I tell you, there's no doubt they're PTPers. They're prime time performers. They like the big moment and they make big plays.
Here comes the ball screen. He tries the jumper. He might be on his way to a career game, partner.
Well, he will, Brad, if they don't get somebody on him in a hurry.
Jefferson receives the ball. He rejects it. Comes up with it. Goes up for two. Up and in. Cross court. He can't get any more open than that. He can't miss.
And he's your man's feeling it, Brad.
A little two-man action. Cross court.
That was a great effort right there. Trying to play that passing lane. Anticipated really well. Little bump. Says, I like that. Now let's see if he can convert.
Dick, how's that backcourt comparison shaping up, you think?
Hey, Brad, that's a question that these coaches should be asking themselves. How can they, as coaches, get the most out of their guards? Are they quick enough to pressure the opponent, or offensively, can they create off the dribble? To me, it's about finding the weaknesses and attacking them.
First shot is good. They're seeing them all fall from the line tonight.
That's a crucial plus down the stretch, Brad. Oh, he drained it. Nothing but nylon, NBA.
Man might be in a little bit of trouble here, Dick.
Handled trap really well there, Brad. Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
From left of the circle. They can't stop this guy, Dick.
Want to give him a try, Brad?
If only my knees weren't aching. Bishop receives the ball. They're working around the arc. Jumper.
Get in there. Tough luck.
What are some of the things that up-tempo teams will look to do, Dick?
Up-tempo teams really want to put pressure on the defense. They want to create tempo in the game, and they want the tempo to be at a high pace.
Pull-up jumper left side. The missed shot. On the outside. Takes the fadeaway jumper. Busts the fadeaway J. Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Well, Brad and Dick, I don't know if you can hear it from where you are, but I can hear it clearly. The coach is stressing to his team, go inside, go inside. They've been effective in this area all night long. What an asset to have.
I think she's right about that, Richie.
I'll tell you, Aaron's exactly right. Post play is essential if you're going to be effective. Great pass out of the trap, Brad.
Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
For two. That one's off. The student body is rocking tonight.
The student body looks like they're ready to terrorize the opposition.
Oh, the cheerleaders into it big time for their team.
They are really involved. I'll tell you one thing, they bring a lot of spirit. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Turnaround jumper. He gets the board. The kick out. handles the feed. Gave it up. Picked out of the air. The Bears looking to attack in transition.
Nice looking bucket off the break, Brad.
Bishop receives the pass. Now the turnaround jumper. He grabs the board. What are some of the things that up-tempo teams will look to do, Dick?
They sure are. They like to recruit athletes. They need guys who can get out and run, fill the lanes, and pressure opponents.
On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for two. Off the rim and no good. Teague handles the feed. Trying to feed the low block for the bucket. The layup. Number 24 gets the ball. Dick, we all know how important it is to get to the free throw line.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think it's such an unbelievable plus. It means you're playing aggressive basketball, you're playing attacking basketball, and you're creating all kinds of foul problems for the opponent.
Yes, two at the charity stripe. He may be in some trouble here. Eludes the trap there. Picked off. Goes up for two. Way off target. Tremendous rebound.
These kids are great at positioning themselves for the ball.
Gets a hand in the way. Mitchell's mediocre play has really gotten to him.
Emotionally, he needs some inspiration.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Tries for two. Perfectly executed.
Get out of the way, baby. That was absolutely sensational.
Gave it up. A whistle and a foul. He gets the foul and the layup will count.
Hey, way to play strong, my man. Way to play strong.
He is going to the line. Routine. That line is really being good to him tonight, Dick.
That line's always good, Brad. These guys just have to make good use of it.
He passes it out of the trap. Picks off the lazy pass. Mitchell handles the pass.
Spacing.
He puts up the J. Knocked it down. The Bears are an up-tempo team, Dick. What are the components that make up a good up-tempo team?
Definitely. They like to take it to you, and they do it with speed, which is tough to keep up with. A frantic pace is definitely to their advantage.
Looking around the perimeter. He goes for three. The shot's off target.
Coming inside.
For two. Perfectly executed. Jumped in front to take it away. Mahoney receives the pass. feet inside. He launches a three. Gets it to fall. What mindset, Dick, do coaches want their players to have when they leave a timeout?
Well, for me, Brad, I want my players to have a clear understanding of what the objectives were for the upcoming possessions. Timeouts are a great way to get the team back on track and a way to really alter the tempo of the game. Great coaches on the mat for calling timeouts at the right time.
You think they switch things around here for the moment, Dick?
I don't think so, but we'll wait and see, Rod.
Number 24 handles the pass. On the dribble, gives it up. He pulls up with a jumper. Off the mark. Looking for a good shot. He takes the three. He doesn't get the hoop. Gave it up. Steals the pass.
Inside.
The ball handler might be in trouble here. Tremendous defensive effort, and that forces a 5-second violation. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Well, Brad, in regards to our player matchup, it's a matter of one guy focusing and taking advantage of shot opportunities. He seems to be making the most of it tonight.
Thanks, EA, our third member of our team, and our sideline reporter, keeping us up to date with what's taking place behind the scenes and around the bench. Good job, EA. Working it around the perimeter, picks off the pass. Tries for two, perfectly executed. They're working around the perimeter. Turnaround jumper. Dickey simply on fire.
Hey, pull the fire department, baby. This one's burning up.
Number 24 receives the ball.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on a box.
Stolen away.
Nothing gonna come easy tonight, baby.
They are really playing for keeps. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block. Eludes the trap there. They get an open three. 10 on the shot clock.
Cue up the replay, fellas.
The point guard with the ball. For the deuce. Up for the lay-in.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important when the talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Off the rim and no good. Now they're working around the perimeter. Now the turnaround jumper. He grabs the rebound.
Trying to go inside.
He went for the steal in the post and he missed it.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. What a poor job defensively. He gambled.
Kicks it out. He shoots from the low post. Jumper won't go. For the bucket. Up and in. On the dribble, gives it up. Escapes the trouble and makes it a pass out. Seconds to shoot. Goes up for two. The lane. Dick, look at this highlight. A strong candidate for our Pontiac game-changing performance.
That's a fantastic play, Brad. That's definitely a candidate for the Pontiac game-changing performance.
And the ball goes out of bounds. As we now take a look at our bench score.
Hey, Brad, getting productivity from the bench is always so beneficial. You rarely see good teams win with poor bench production. It means you're a deeper team. It helps your rotation. You can overcome injuries, and you become multi-dimensional. The list of advantages goes on and on and on.
Alexander receives the pass. For two. Up and in. Forward takes the feed. Tries for two. No. Way off target. No good. Gave it up. For the bucket. Off the rim and no good. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
Goes up for two. They still don't score. On the dribble, gives it up. Tries one from three-point land.
Another brick, baby. Building a new arena.
Number 30 receives the ball. Two. The lane. Fans are pleased now, given the fact that this game is really out of reach.
That's what the fans came to see. Their team win. 5 points, 10 points, 20 points. It doesn't matter.
He tries the three. He's typically a good shooter.
Yeah, but not tonight. He's got to accept that.
He draws a foul. With pom-poms, Mr. Vitale, but not looking that good.
I'll tell you what, don't look that good. I can't dance like that, baby. Hey, Brad, you want to get to the line early and often. You end up getting your opponents into foul trouble, and it's also an opportunity to get some points.
They're really getting it done from the line tonight, aren't they?
And a surprisingly collective effort, Brad.
On the outside, he launches the bomb. Goes in. Well, let's take a look at the tempo each team is going to try to set for this game, Richard?
Well, whenever you have two teams looking to control the speed of the game, you need to keep your eye on how each team makes changes. Setting the tempo can be an advantage, but adapting can be just as important.
He comes up empty. Pushes it up. Shot clock. Tries for two. Up and in. And there's what the game tempo is looking like tonight.
Well, Brad, as the meter indicates, the game has been pretty balanced in terms of tempo. Some short possessions and a few longer ones.
Kicks it out. This moment's brought to you by our friends at State Farm. And a momentary look from three-point land. For the bucket, the power forward takes the pass.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Strips the ball. Fed the low block. Number 41 steals the ball. They work the perimeter. Goes up for two. Perfectly executed. Looking for a good shot.
He didn't have the good angle. They should have got it to him about a second earlier.
Gave it up. Takes away the pass. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Attempts the three. Not there. Mitchell receives the ball. Moving it around the perimeter. Now the turnaround jumper. He gets the rebound. They're working around the arc. He tries the three ball. Great shot. The point guard with the ball. It's all about playing your team style. Dick, any final thoughts?
These points of emphasis are a great guide for a team. Whether you're an up-tempo, half-court, or somewhere in between, you must do the things which will make you successful.
One skill which is often overlooked is the ability to play to your strengths and not to your weaknesses. It's a must to play your style of play and to do the things that make your team successful. I don't know about you, Dick, but I think today's Pontiac game-changing performance was obvious out there on the court. Dick, we can talk about matchups all we want, but really it's not just always a one-on-one matchup. There's a lot of guys out there contributing.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad, that's great to watch individually. But remember, this is a team game, so it's really how the team responds as a unit.
Creighton wins tonight in a blowout.
This was not the expected result. This is a definite upset.
So for Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews, I'm Brad Netzler saying so long. And let's take a look at our players of the game.
Get that W, baby. Get that W. That's what it's all about.
All All right, as we see there, Creighton taking down Baylor. Huge game for Tyshawn Alexander, propelling Creighton to the Final Four. They're going to head to the Final Four, playing the winner of our next game, Gonzaga or BYU, out of the West region. It's going to be a great match coming up here in a second. Creighton getting themselves to the Final Four for the first time in program history. A great season for them, and it's going to keep going even further. Next up, you're going to see Gonzaga going up against BYU.
between the BYU Cougars and the Gonzaga Bulldogs. What's the starting five look like, you might ask? Well, whether it's a big game or a small game, your starting five has got to be ready to go, Dick.
I'm going to keep my eye on the two kids at the small forward position. When you talk about key contributors, these guys are definitely at the top of the list for their respective teams.
We've got two very good small forwards here tonight that'll be matched up against one another. Number 15, the guy that really shoots the basketball. He's got a great stroke.
The player will be matched up with tonight wants to dial it up from three-point land, Brad. It should be a good one.
Well, partner, I say let's get to the action on the court, and we'll see how this one plays out. We're ready for the tip. The Bulldogs find control of the tip, and up the floor they go. On the outside. Here comes the ball screen. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. You're 15 to 17 feet apart.
Both teams looking to get things going here. The center handles the pass. On the dribble, gives it up.
Terrific job, but there's the charge. They got the charge on the call. The charge, they did a great job denying the ball.
Off the mark with that shot. Might be a ball screen here, Dick.
Well, you got to use that screen. Hey, how the dribbler uses the screen is important in a pick and roll situation.
The power forward takes the pass. Cross court. Top of the circle. He nails the bucket.
That's a high post screen. Goes to the lane.
For two. The lane. The point guard with the ball. Strokes the two. There's a bad pass right to the defender. Cross court. He takes the open jumper. We're going to move it around the perimeter.
The defender's doing a great job on applying ball pressure. He wants it.
He's asking for it on the low block, and they don't get it to him. There's a tough shot and one.
He wanted that one, baby. He says you got to foul me harder than that.
He'll go to the line. He gets it to go. In terms of balanced teams, what might we expect from them game to game, Dick?
I think when you have balance, inside, outside scoring, tempo control, where you control the pace of the game, and that's what they try to do with their balance. They'll go fast, they'll go slow. They try to dictate tempo.
The shooting guard takes the pass. lighting up this building with their shooting right now, Dick.
The hits just keep coming, baby.
For the bucket, way off target. Challenging like that really makes the offense think twice about putting the shot up.
It's really almost as good as a block.
Cross court. That is a dagger in the heart, that shot, Dick.
Hey, they lost focus here. They need a timeout to regroup, Brad.
Timeout's called. Dick, you think the coach is trying to slow up this run a little?
Absolutely. He looks calm over there on the sideline, but I bet he's steaming inside.
I wouldn't mind seeing him change things up a little bit, Dick, here.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Gave it up. In the lane. Missed it.
They say forget about it, and then he does a little dribbling act here.
He got the layup to go, and the foul was called.
Hey, he saw he was going to get fouled, but he stuck to the path in spite of it.
Potential for a three-point play. He makes it. They might have him in some trouble here, Dick.
Great trap, Brad. Escape the trap. Look at that spacing.
Passes it out of the trap.
That was really a nonchalant pass. Get that sucker out of the game, man.
Tries the turn, and the defense comes up with a play.
What a terrific play to stop that spin move.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up for two. Up and in. Our three-prong attack tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brad Nestler with Dick Vitale and our friend EA Aaron Andrews checking in from the sideline. They're working around the perimeter. Seconds to shoot. Fires away. Can't put it down. The layup. Well, here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Nick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases. Coming inside.
He bombs from outside. And the ball goes out of play. Oh, that's going to be a costly turnover, Dick.
I'll tell you, turnovers can absolutely destroy a team.
I've seen you out there with pom-poms, Mr. Vitale, but not looking that good.
I'll tell you what, don't look that good. I can't dance like that, baby.
The center gets the pass. Here's the toss back out from the post.
I tell you, coach's dream when your post player can be an exceptional passer.
10 on the shot clock. He's all alone. He misses from long distance. Looking for a good shot. Circle. Number 22 is whistled for the defensive foul. steps up to the line. Terrible free throw. Cashed it in. They've got him trapped here, Dick.
Hey, they got him in some trouble, Brian.
The power forward gets the ball. Passes it out of the trap.
Up and inside.
For two, he makes the block. Poor decision there to shoot that three.
Hey, Brad, their shot selection has been questionable. Too many outside jumpers. They've got to attack inside and then out.
Down inside. He shoots from the top of the key. Nails the deuce. Working it around the perimeter. He could not get more wide open. He drills the trifecta. They're working around the perimeter.
Nice stepping it, man. Take a look right here. Little burst of up in shorts. Little ballerina hanging in the air.
He's a jack of all trades. Tries for two. Off target. For the bucket. Up and in. Number one with the ball. That spin move's not going to work against this defense.
That's a no-no, baby. Defensive player beats him to the spot.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Number 32 gets the pass.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
He tries to knock down the three. No good from the field.
Shooter spotting up on the three. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented blocks like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Well, I think the coach is going to have to make some changes here, Dick. The players are starting to look really tired out there. Goes up for two. The lay-in. Good job defensively. They just won't get many openings.
Pressure in the basketball.
Now they're working around the perimeter. He attempts the jump shot and come up short. He doesn't get the hook to fall. Up and in. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
For two, number 42 picks up the defensive foul. All right, let's check in favorite member of our team again, and here's Aaron Andrews.
Brad, in regards to our player matchup, the coaching staff has expected it to be evenly matched up across the board all night long. But you wonder, who's going to be the first one to throw the punch?
Aaron Andrews, our sideline correspondent. All of you know that with an additional insight there. At the strike tonight, Dick.
This has always been an excellent free throw shooting bunch.
The shooting guard handles the pass.
Hey, dodge one there, Brian.
On the outside. From the top of the circle.
Jumping in looked pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Momentary look from three-point land.
The frustration right there.
Gave it up. For two. They still don't score. Inside. He's in the clear. Can't get it to go. Forward with the ball. Cross court. He puts up the tray. Scorches the net. For the bucket. The lane. Up for two. Up and in. The power forward gets the ball. Foul charge. Two shots. He gets it to go. They're seeing them all fall from the line tonight.
That's a crucial plus down the stretch, Brad. This first free throws count. Let's go back on that campus as BMOC. Big man on campus, baby.
On the dribble, gives it up. He shoots from the low post. Knocked it down. They go into the low block. Another turnover.
We're not talking out the turnovers either.
They work the perimeter. For two, perfectly executed. Nice move move to the face-up.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad. I like guys that have versatile in that post. Facing up is a way to take advantage of 3 basic moves.
Gave it up. Seconds to put it up. The point guard handles the pass. We can't get any more open than that. Drops it in from long range. Looks like they want to tee on it.
Hey, the motor's running, baby. Coach is going to figure out how to stop this run.
Play about ready to resume. He intercepts it. There's the pick. On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for 2. The Bulldogs have got to continue to get him the ball.
They need to keep getting him the ball. It's simple.
Looking for a good shot.
Skill, that's the word, my friends. That comes to mind when I look at this young guy. He can score being faced up to the hoop or with his back to the basket.
Number 54 grabs it. And that was just coast to coast for the score. The shooting guard receives the ball. He was looking for the call, and he got it on himself. Offensive foul.
That's only an offensive foul, no doubt about it. He beats him to the spot.
Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper.
He almost found himself in some trouble there, Brad.
Cross court. On the shot clock. The ball goes out of play. And again, they'll inbound on the baseline. 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. That's definitely not the shot they were looking for, Dick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Gave it up. Good defensive stance there against the spin move.
Well, the key is to beat him to the spot, and he did a great job. He anticipated that spin move.
Perimeter. He takes the open jumper. Misses on the jumper from 3. Number 2 receives the ball. They'll work it around the arc. 54 with the foul. First personal foul. He goes to the line for the first time. He buries it. Dumps it in. He's going to go up strong.
Oh, that's a terrific post play. Didn't waste any time attacking the basket. Opportunity for 2 for 1.
On the outside. Number 3, slowly performance has just gotten in his head.
He needs for something positive to happen, which will light his fire and get him going.
For the bucket. The lay-in. Escapes the trouble and makes a pass out. Works the perimeter.
Spacing so important at 15 to 17 feet apart.
That's charging.
Caught him being selfish with the ball, Brad. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Number 5 picks up the foul. First personal foul. He'll visit the charity stripe. First one, good. That line is really being good to him tonight, Dick.
That line's always good, Brad. These guys just have to make good use of it. He converts on that free throw line, and that's major. We anticipate.
Great block shot. At halftime, the Bulldogs lead by 3. Best play of that half. Let's take another look. All right, Mr. Vitale, how about those points of emphasis?
Man, Mr. Nessler, I'm looking at this and saying, why aren't there more check marks? This team is not delivering. A poor job of preparing for this game.
All right, then, we'll continue to monitor things as we go into the second half. Gonzaga is killing the opposition on the glass in the first half.
Hey, these kids know what it takes to win big games, Brad. If you can win the rebounding battle on any given night, you have a great shot of winning the ball game.
They're 2 great players now heading into the second half. We watched them through the first half, and they played it pretty dead even. We'll see what happens here in the second half.
I'll tell you, really great balance out there because you look at the stars right now, they're getting the ball in the right place on the court where they can be effective.
On the dribble, gives it up. 10 on the shot clock. In terms of balanced teams, what might we expect from them game to game, Nick?
They try to really get balanced and that they'll get some points with tempo by creating a little fast pace and then slow it down and execute in their half-court set, getting high percentage shots.
Step to the line for the free throw. First one is no good. Second shot. They're shooting extremely well from the stripe tonight, Nick.
Yeah, they're making their coaches look good for making them shoot extra free throws every day.
Goes up for 2. Off the rim and no good. courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Forcing turnovers was one of the points of emphasis that Dick brought up earlier. They've been doing a pretty good job of this, and the coaching staff would like for it to continue. If they can keep it up, they can give themselves a great chance of winning this game. They're definitely playing with a bit of confidence. Brad?
All right, thanks, Aaron. 10 on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Pull-up jumper left side, and it's in and out. They're going to move it around the perimeter.
I say they all want to take it to the rack. High wire rack, baby. Little Dixie Dude Dunkaroo. Look at that spacing.
Number 54 is whistled for the foul. Third personal foul. And there's a look at the backcourt comparison, Dick.
I'll tell you, Brad, you always want to know how the primary ball handlers are doing. Are they getting their teams quality shots, good opportunities? The team which takes care of these things usually is in a better position to win a game.
Working around the perimeter. Two, up and in.
That's Matador defense. Nobody coming over, nobody giving any help. I mean, that's how you see better defense on the playground.
Looking for the pick now.
Hey, the two-man game is great to watch when you have an intelligent dribbler and a skilled big man.
Number 32 receives the pass. Now he faces up on the low block.
I think it's great when you got a post player that can face up on a defensive player and attack the basket.
He knocks down another bucket.
This kid's got skills, Brad.
The small forward with the ball. Gave it up. Tries for two. Bland.
Having trapped really well there, Brad.
He shoots from the top of the key.
Anticipated well. When you're an anticipator, you got a chance to do well. A lot of guys, they're reactors. If you're a reactor, you're one step behind the action.
For the bucket. Up and in. Number 2 gets the pass. Looking for a good shot. He looks for three. Sinks the shot. He beats him to the punch defensively.
What a terrific job. Footwork really excellent on a post play. Inside.
Goes up for two. Perfectly executed. Working it around the perimeter. Turnaround jumper, 10 on the shot clock. He sinks another basket. What are they going to do with this guy, Dick?
I don't know, Brad, but they better do it quickly.
They work it around the perimeter. inside. Intercepted. Number 32 gets the pass. Number 32 is charged with he cashed in on the layup and gets the foul.
He knew he was going to get fouled, Brad, but he took the hit like a man.
Number 32 to the line for one.
Up to the nylon, NBA.
A great trap initiated by the defense.
Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
Whistle blown, that's a backcourt infraction.
You can't make those kind of mistakes in games like these, Brad. Trying to execute on the inbounds. I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
Tries for two. Up and in. They get an open look for three, and he can't hit the shot.
Excellent spacing. That's so important for a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented blocks like they have.
Yeah, that helps. With a bucket, perfectly executed. Can their defense get them back in the game, Dick?
I'll tell you, it's going to be a long hike back, Brad.
Execution after a timeout, always a must, isn't it, Dick?
You know, Brad, defensively, everyone wants to know what defense you're playing. Whether it's a zone, man-to-man, offensively, you have to know the set. You have to know who's going to come off the screen and who are the primary and secondary looks. Hey, timeouts are valuable and shouldn't be taken for granted.
Let's get back to the action.
It looks as though they have a shooter spotting up.
Now they're working around the perimeter. Now the turnaround jumper. They have a significant rebounding edge.
That's going to be a big factor down the stretch.
He goes up with it. Jumper won't go. The point guard handles the feed. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass. How many bricks have we seen? Will somebody make a jump shot, please?
Goes up for two. Way off target. Trying to feed inside. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. Takes the rebound.
Fill the lanes. That's the only way to be able to get some fast break opportunities.
Open shot. He makes the jumper. Kicks it out. Escapes the trouble and makes a pass up. On the outside. 10 on the shot clock. Number 30 handles the feed. Now trying to feed the low block. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
A little two-man action. Kicks it out. Takes the jumper.
Jumper didn't look pretty. I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
The point guard takes the pass. 10 on the shot clock. And a momentary look from three-point land. Now the turnaround jumper. Strong rebound.
They need to get out and run their lanes now.
The small forward receives the pass. They work the perimeter. He shoots from outside. The shot won't fall. The shooting guard with the ball. Dickey's going to kick it back out there from down on the low block.
I tell you, a post player has to be able to read what the defense gives you. Try to go inside.
Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. He cleans the glass. Looking for a good shot. Off the rim and no good. The shooting guard with the ball. Get it to the inside. Seems as though fatigue is set in for some of these guys. Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. The friendly bounce is not going their way at the moment, Dick.
They need to get some easier looks, Brad.
Moving it around the perimeter. Check in with Erin Andrews and what she's got in store for us. Erin?
Brad and Dick, not too many differences between these two players. Seems as though they're almost canceling each other out on the floor. This now could come down to which team is stronger.
Our trusty sideline reporter, Erin Andrews, keeping everyone on their toes there on the sideline. The point guard receives the pass. Number 2 is called for the foul. First personal foul. Inbound on the near sideline. Number 5 handles the pass. They're working around the arc. There was no doubt about that one.
Take a look right here. Nobody steps into the driving lane. He allows him to get the crease, the lane, the angle.
On the outside. For 2, 10 seconds to put up a shot. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart. it up anyway.
He goes to the line. Got it from the free throw line. They're nailing the free ones tonight, Mr. Vitale.
Hey, this is where you win and lose games, Brad.
Escapes the trouble and makes a pass out. Pushes it up. He gets the rejection. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. He takes the board.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing. That was a great effort right there. Trying to play that passing lane, anticipating really well.
Way off target. Off the rim and no good. Entry pass in the paint. Wide open. He rips the nets for another score.
He's absolutely unconscious.
Cross court. Goes up for two. He's got to pass those off there.
He doesn't trust his teammates, Brad.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. For two. The basket counts for the Deuce, and they'll send him to the line.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, Brad.
Was the made basket the meat or the potato stick?
Hey, that was the meat and the potatoes. Now he's going to the line for the gravy.
At the line. Nope. He gets the board. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block. With a good look. That's not a good shot given his abilities.
That shot was definitely ill-advised. Let's face it. Step out on that screener.
He hammers it home.
You can almost see that coming. They were a little bit lazy on the defensive end. Just the excitement with that jam.
Looking around the perimeter. Tries for two. Gotta control yourself. He goes to the free throw line. First shot, good. They're making good use of their free throw opportunities tonight.
Good free throw shooting teams seem to always give themselves a chance to win.
He doesn't miss that opportunity either. Dick, they're really getting it done from the line tonight, aren't they?
And a surprisingly collective effort, Brad.
A great trap initiated by the defense. On the dribble, gives it up. Jumper.
Getting out with tough luck. Up and inside.
Picked off. Gave it up. For the bucket. The Bulldogs have a hot hand right now that's scoring for them at the moment.
And he's on fire.
Number 15 gets the pass. feed the low block. Brought to us from our good friends at State Farm. Takes his jumper, strokes the 2. Number 5 receives the ball. Looking for a good shot. He's all alone. Nope. Number 1 gets the pass. Cross court. Steps to the line for the first time. Makes his first. Got them both.
Oh, he drained it. Nothing but nylon, NBN.
The man might be in a little bit of trouble here, Dick.
Great pass out of the trap, right?
The shooting guard handles the feed.
Inside.
He takes the open jumper. Number 10 dials long distance. Working it around the perimeter. Overplays on the pass, and he didn't get the steal.
Oh, he's humiliated. Poor job defensively.
Tears it away.
Now they've got to get out and fill the lanes, Brad.
Working around the perimeter. He could not get more wide open. The Bulldogs have found a player who cannot seem to miss it.
They need to keep giving him the ball. It's simple.
Check out this highlight, courtesy of our friends at Pontiac. Well, Dick, another one's in the books. Any final thoughts about the keys we had coming into this game?
I love these points of emphasis because they're a great guide for teams. Accomplishing most of them will likely result in a win. staying away from your style will result in a poor performance. To me, Brad, it's an easy decision to make.
Well, Dick, it's all about playing your style and doing the things that your team does well. If you can manage to play your style on a regular basis, you're going to be successful. Sometimes it's just that simple. Dick, we're taking a look back now. We've watched this marquee matchup throughout the ballgame. How do you think it played out?
Well, I think it played out really well, but it's all within the realm of the team. The one thing I like about the Stars, they're playing as a unit with their teammates.
Gonzaga wins with a gaping margin of victory tonight.
Well, they came in the favorites, and they did not disappoint.
That's going to do it for us, folks. Thanks for being along. For Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews, I'm Brad Nessler.
What a way to end off this Elite Eight matchup. Gonzaga taking down BYU. They're going to head to the Final Four. Fourth and final ticket punch to the Final Four. Gonzaga going up against Creighton in the Final Four. We're going to see here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. That's going to be our marquee matchup. The nightcap, our 8 p.m. game. We're going to see two teams going up against each other. Florida State, Belmont. A Cinderella story possibly could be living. A bubble team going into the tournament that could have been a first place team in one of the regions in Florida State. Got bumped down to a 2. Has proven that they can still make it to the Final Four. A really good game starting at 7 p.m. Belmont, Florida State. And we're going to end up with Creighton, we're going to start with Creighton Gonzaga, my bad, at 7 p.m. And then we're going to go up to Belmont, Florida State. It's going to be our nightcap for the Final Four. Final Four tomorrow. National Championship on Tuesday. It's going to be wonderful. 3 games left here. My name is Jaden Taylor. I've been loving giving you guys all these matchups throughout this tournament. Everybody, have a wonderful night.